Howdy, howdy, fellow movie fans, and welcome back for another edition of the Wisco Movie Watchers podcast, brought to you by PTE Creative. As always, we're your hosts, Evan and Dylan Davies. Dylan, what are we doing on today's show?
We're playing a little game we got.
Playing a little game we got. That's a nice way to say it. We are starting a brand new little game show that we're going to be doing on some of our shows. It's called Complete the Movie Grid. Dylan and I have each created 3 grids, 3x3 squares. You have to complete the grid to win. And we're going to see how well we're going to do. We are starting simple, so there's no central theme where you have to get the whole thing complete to guess something. It's just complete the grid for some fun to see what you could do with this as well. So play along with us if you would like.
And then also it should be stated, on each of the grids, we were giving one axis to be the same, and then the other axes can be completely different.
Correct. So in the edit of this show, if you're watching the video version, you're going to see the grid pop up somewhere on your screen. We have yet to determine that, but it's going to pop up on the screen. So our top axes will always be the same. Our X will always be the same. The Y, that's where it's going to be fun because Dylan and I have come up with some, I'm sure, weird stuff to put in there for some ridiculous things.
I would only say one of my things is pretty just silly.
I intentionally went with some weird stuff for just to throw you off because I knew you were going to probably be better at this than I would.
I'm not very good when I'm put on the spot though.
So we're going to have some.
I'm good when I have time to think.
Yeah.
I can come up with plenty when I have time to think, but when I'm put on the spot, I'm not a great person to ask.
We are going to go complete the movie grid right here and right now. Dylan, since this was your idea, would you like to unveil first or would you like me to go first?
I'll go first. So the first one we're doing, the top axis is going to be 80s movies, 90s movies, and 2000s movies.
Correct.
And the y-axis that you're going to be looking for are Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
Okay, Arnold.
Period pieces.
Oh, God.
And then the last one is Talking Animals.
Okay, Talking Animals. Okay, I think this one's not bad. I think I can do this relatively quickly.
I don't think it's too bad.
Alrighty, so I've got 80s, 90s, 2000s, and then on the Y I've got Arnold Schwarzenegger, period piece. Yeah. Alright, Talking Animals.
Just before you start, what is going to be your strategy? Are you going to try to knock one out completely at a time? Or just jump around?
This one, I don't know if I need a whole heck of a lot of strategy. This one, like, we intentionally made the first one a little bit more of a gimme. I haven't developed a strategy yet.
Okay.
I might just try to. The other thing is, the one thing I try to do is, in 1 to 2 of my grids, you could have used the same movie for multiple things, and I just went, we intentionally had to give an answer to our grid so it wasn't impossible. So I stayed away from doubling up on a movie, so if I use the movie once, I'm not going to use the movie again.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, so, alrighty, 80s, 90s, 2000s, Arnold. Period piece is the one that might trip me out, but I doubt it. Talking Animals is harder than people think, but we'll see where we go.
Talking Animals, the easiest one is going to be the 90s.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be like hundreds of choices there.
All right, I'll knock out Arnold real quickly for you here.
Okay.
80s, and especially because you guys should go watch this show right now. The Running Man, because I just reviewed The Running Man, the 2025 edition. So we're going Running Man on the 80s. 90s, I'm going to give you Last Action Hero. And then 2000s for Arnold. Oh, boy.
Is Last Action Hero, is that 93?
Yeah, 93.
2? Okay.
And then, since it's kind of going in descending order of how good the movie is, let me give you Terminator 3.
Okay. Is that 2000, or is it...
That's 2003, I want to say.
Oh my god, it's that late?
Yeah.
Let me look that up.
I know there's a digit in there at the end of that. It's not 2000.
Oh my god, it is 2003.
Uh-huh.
That movie came out the same year as Return of the King.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Exactly, man. So my Arnold's done. I knew the second you said Arnold, I'm like, well, I ain't worried about that bro whatsoever.
Yeah, I thought the only one that might trip you up is 2000s, and that's just because he was working less.
Yeah, he was working less in a lot of those movies I have intentionally not watched because that's when
Oh, yeah.
every every 2000s movie that goes with Stallone or Arnold or Dolph Lundgren, like the 80s guys, they
Mhm.
still try to do that 80s formula when it's just so clearly dead.
Oh, yeah.
And but people are still trying to do it and you're like, guys, it ain't working. It's 10, 15, 20 years old at this point. The model you're using, you got to lock in.
Oh, yeah.
You got to up the game. Period pieces where I'm going to have to stretch a little bit here, but I'll do what I can.
Okay.
For my 80s period piece, I'm going to give you Amadeus.
Okay. Yep.
Alrighty. By 90s, I'm going to go to a personal favorite of mine. I want to see if you'll actually give it to me. I'm going to go with Interview with the Vampire.
Why wouldn't I? That's
Okay.
a great choice.
It's just, it goes through a couple different time periods.
Yeah,
So
I was
that's
gonna say,
why.
that's actually multiple period pieces, really.
And that's why I just wanted, I want to check in, see what to do. 2000s. I'm just gonna give it to you. I've never seen this movie, but I know it's one of your favorites. Do you want to just complete it for me already? Got Keira Knightley as she starts her phase into this
Yes.
Pride and Prejudice, baby.
Yeah. Great choice. I was gonna say, there's actually two you could have picked with Keira Knightley. That or Atonement. Another favorite of mine.
She really just said after Pirates of the Caribbean, once I became famous, I'm only doing period pieces. I don't care about anything
Yeah.
else. I'm just doing period pieces.
If you had trouble with that category, my hint was just gonna be pick a war movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because those are all period pieces, technically.
So the 80s through 2000s on talking animals is I contemplated a category similar to this and I was like, do I want to go animation or not? But I'm just
It
like,
can be whatever.
yeah, so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll try to rack my brain here a little bit to see if there's some talking animals I can think of. But honestly, nah. Nah.
That's fair.
I'm going to go 80s. I'm going to give you The Land Before Time,
All right.
which
Yeah,
oddly returned to
the one
theaters.
that I strangely, the one that came to my mind was The Great Mouse Detective for some reason.
Hell yeah. Hell
I mean,
yeah.
there's tons of choices you could have picked, like Secret of Nim, Little
Right.
Mermaid. There's
Mhm.
tons of different ones.
Exactly. So I can try to at least get away from animation for the talking animals. 90s, I'm going to give you Hocus Pocus with Thackeray Binks, talking
Okay.
cat. So I at least can get some live action in
Yeah,
there.
the two in the '90s that I thought aren't animation. One was Babe,
Yep.
and then the other one I couldn't remember if they actually speak out loud or if it's just like telepathy between animals. Is Homeward Bound? Do they speak in that?
They speak to each other. Yeah.
Okay, so it is kind of telepathic.
I
Like-
thought about that as well. Homeward Bound was a choice for me that I was like, I could do it.
Yeah.
Similar to that conversation that you just had in your head, 2000s, I'm going to give you another bad live action movie. I shouldn't say that after I just said Hocus Pocus, because Hocus Pocus is great. But I'm going to go Dr. Dolittle 2, 2001 for my talking animals.
That's fair. I mean, not a good movie.
No. Again, I was trying to avoid animation. The 80s is just a period in which I don't, like, nothing comes to mind right now. But there's creatures that talk, like, obviously E.T., Gremlins, like, it's obvious there are creatures that talk. Willow, it's a small scene sometimes.
Yeah. 2000s, you get into like both the bad, where Disney was having its downfall, and then also the resurgence of it.
Yeah.
So like the one that came to mind was Brother Bear.
Nice.
From my childhood, I loved that movie
You,
so much.
you do love Brother Bear. You really do.
I think it's underrated.
Now let's go. I'll give you my first grid for you. So again, I'm sorry, continue.
One sec. Let me grab a pen. I need
Sounds
to be a
good.
visual person.
I know, I had to do the exact same thing. But I have completed My grid. So finally, 80s, 90s, 2000s on the top. Arnold period piece, and Talking Animals. I went Running Man for Arnold in the 80s. Last Action Hero of the 90s. 2000s, I gave them Terminator 3. Period piece. I went Amadeus, Interview with the Vampire, then Pride and Prejudice. And finally, for Talking Animals, I went The Land Before Time. Hocus Pocus for the 90s and 2000s, I went with everyone's favorite Dr. Dolittle 2.
Okay, I am ready.
Alrighty, so here is your grid. On the top, obviously, you have 80s, 90s, 2000s. Your first one on the y axis is set in space. Your second is non human character. So you gotta have a prominent non human character. And your third is child star. You gotta have a prominent child star or prominent child performance.
I will. I'll go set in space first. First one, the one that jumps to my mind in '80s is Wrath of Khan.
Okay, wow, that's the one you went with. Okay.
Um, I mean, I could have picked Empire or Jedi. Those are probably the ones that come to mind for everyone else.
I went aliens. I put aliens in there for you as my.
Sure. 90s set in space. I'll go. Oddly enough, you know what movie jumps to my mind is Lost in Space with Matt LeBlanc.
That movie is so poorly reviewed.
That movie sucks so much dick. It is crazy. Me and my friend Brandon, we watched that while we were drinking, and it was the worst movie of all time. It was awful. And then 2000 set in space. Can I do a partially set in space?
As long as it's prominent, I was gonna give it to you. You know.
Because the one that comes to mind is one of my favorite movies of all time, Wall-E.
That's fair. That's fair. Because that was the other thing. One of the reasons, I got too technical on myself, and I was like, I gotta try to. I don't want to be like, oh, they were in space for 5 minutes. That's set in space. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
It's.
Yeah, and I also on those last two on the 90s and 2000s, I also tried avoiding like franchise movies.
Yeah.
Because like I could have picked Star Trek '09, I could have picked either of the, um, really all the prequels
Yep.
are '90s or 2000s. Trying to think of other movies.
Could have went with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. 90s, you also could have done everyone's
Not a movie I've
favorite.
seen.
Everyone's favorite Galaxy Quest could have been the 90s. Great
I was
movie.
gonna say Galaxy Quest is the other one that came to mind, but that was kind of like tangential to Star Trek.
Right.
So even though I guess Lost in Space really is tangential to Star Trek as well.
Yes, yes, indeed. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson.
Okay, non-human character. I'm gonna pick one that I said earlier for my own. I'll go Great Mouse Detective.
Okay. Interesting. Didn't go with one of your favorites immediately. I thought you'd for sure go E.T.
No, E.T. I'll just knock that out. I'm putting that as Child Star 80s
Fair enough.
because
Henry Thomas, Drew Barrymore. Yeah.
yeah, immediately when I think of Child Star, I think of Henry Thomas.
Fair.
Because I think it's one of the greatest performances by a child ever. Non-human character 90s. I'm trying to think of something that's not cliche.
I've got one for you that you wouldn't necessarily
you know
think
what
of
I'll
it in
pick?
that way.
It has many non-human characters, and it's not also animals. I'll go Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, Beauty and the Beast.
Another one of my favorites. And 2000s. I could use Brother Bear again. I'll go. Oh shit! What's that movie called? Oh, it's that fucking guinea pig movie from Disney. You remember that?
Yes.
G-Force. That's what it's called. I'll use G-Force.
What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here?
Come out G-Force 2009. So just under the wire.
Just under the wire. Of all the things you could have pulled, dude.
Yeah, not the. I never have seen it
Are you
either. So,
intentionally trying to get at least every x-axis answer to have one just absolute dud of a movie?
oh, I should have.
Because you got Lost
Because
in Space in there, so I'll count that as an absolute
oh,
dud.
okay.
And you got
Actually,
G-Force.
just to fill out my each one has a shit movie,
Yeah.
I'll change my ET answer to Mac and Me.
Okay.
Uh, the ET ripoff.
Just
Have you ever seen
no
the
God no.
clips of Paul Rudd playing Mac and Me for Conan?
No.
Oh, he's like every time he's on Conan's show, he'll say like, "Oh, I got a clip to show you from my new movie." Like, "Oh, here's a clip from Ant-Man," and then it'll just cut to a scene of Mac and Me. And it's always the same clip. It's great. Um, child star. I'll go one with many child stars that we both love in the '90s.
Sure.
Big Green.
Yep. Love me some Big Green. Big Green's great. Oddly
Yep.
topical with every year. Gets more topical.
I could also have picked Master, another childhood favorite of ours.
Sandlot, Little Giants. Come on now. Could have went
Yeah.
Wild America. Could have went Wild America. It's
Uh,
JTT.
see, yeah. When I think of Wild America, that's more like teens.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
I do stray away from that, but
I'm tr-
it was just another way for us to shamelessly put Wild America in every show possible.
yeah.
So I had to do it.
I'm trying to think of like what were the other child stars in the '90s because that's when we were growing up.
Yeah.
So like Parent Trap would have worked.
Yep. I gave
Um,
I gave Casper as my example answer. Christina Ricci.
sure.
I was gonna do
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
Adam's Family also could have been possible. The '90s is stacked with child movies.
yeah. Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
the '80s and the '90s are stacked where those kids actually went on to be at least some form of notable star. They didn't just go,
Yeah.
oh, like there's plenty of like you could have done the entire Mary Kate and Ashley catalog and it would have worked.
True.
You could have done so many things.
Well, let me think of one. I know there's a couple. I think When in Rome is one.
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
I think there's a Passport to Paris one.
The fact that you know this many is ridiculous because I've never watched a
I know
single
this.
one in my life.
I know this only because there's a YouTube channel I love, pretty much it, where they do commentary tracks and they do like short like videos of their commentary tracks with all the highlights,
Sure.
and they do all the Mary Kay and Ashley ones because him and his sister used to watch them when they were kids.
Naturally, naturally.
And 2000s child star, I'll go. See, the one that comes to mind, I don't I don't think I'm going to count as valid, which is Finding Neverland, because it has Freddie Sizemore.
Yeah.
That he's like a big part of it, but he's not like the star.
It works, but I understand. I understand.
I'll go. Oh, I'll just do the obvious: Harry Potter,
Okay.
and I'll go Chambers of Secrets.
Arguably the worst of all of them.
Yeah, it is.
I gave you Little Miss Sunshine as your example answer. So,
Oh, another good answer. Yes.
but yeah, it's crazy when you can actually get your brain flowing how easy these ones were. But at
Yeah.
first, like I racked my brain trying to go outside the box. And there's one. I'm not gonna lie to you. My third grid, I racked my brain so hard I had to start Googling just to be like, do I have
that's
something?
not a good sign for me.
Yeah. So, okay, take me to your second grid. Actually, let's do this.
Okay.
You had 80s, 90s, 2000s, space. You went Rathacon for your 80s, Lost in Space in the 90s, Wally for your 2000s.
Yep.
Non-human character, you went 80s, Great Mouse Detective, Beauty and the Beast for the 90s, and Disney's G-Force for 2000s. And your child stars, 80s, you went Mac and Me, 90s, you did Big Green, 2000s, you did Harry Potter and the Chamber of
Out of
Secrets.
curiosity, I'm just gonna see if there's any famous people in G-Force. Oh, there's tons of famous people in this.
It's not shocking, it's a Disney movie.
Nicolas Cage, Sam Rockwell, Penelope Cruz, Tracy Morgan, John Favreau. That's a pretty stacked cast. It has a 22% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Critic, I assume.
Yeah.
What's the audience score?
Let me click on it. It has a 40% audience.
Still pretty bad.
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, honestly.
That's true. I'll give you that.
Okay, so second one, we are doing top axes,
Yep.
Oscar winners.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't have to be Best Picture. Just keep in mind.
Yep.
Just anything. Comedy, and the last one is Western.
Okay.
Okay, so the y-axis you're going to be looking for is the first one is pre-1960s.
Fuck you.
That's really open. I almost did pre-1950s.
Okay.
The second one is the title has to start in the second half of the alphabet. So N through Z.
N through Z title. Okay.
And then the last one is it features a horse.
And you were telling me that you didn't get too silly.
Well, no, that's the one that I was like, hey, that I gotta just do features a horse. Just 'cause
Okay.
it's stupid.
All right. Let me get probably the easiest one for me to get Oscar winner for pre-1960s. Give me Casablanca. One of my
thought
favorite
you would
movies
go
of all
with that.
time. Still one of the greatest movies of all time.
I'd agree.
God, pre-1960s. Give me Some Like It Hot for comedy. I'll give you that
That's
one.
just under the wire. That's 1959.
Oh God, pre-1960s Western is the one where I'm like, give me. Let's see if you'll count this one. Treasure of the Sierra Madre. You give me that one.
Yeah, I'd say that's Western.
Thank God, because that
It's
was
not
the
a
only one I had.
Yeah, it's not a traditional Western, but I would definitely say it is still a Western. Other ones, like, could have picked The Searchers. That's
Yeah.
probably the most famous. Stagecoach. Pretty much any John Ford movies of Western.
That's the worst part is I can't pull a John Ford movie out of my head quickly.
Yeah, that's fair.
And the best part is the only reason I even might have one is part of a Treehouse of Horror special. Marge announces, "We're watching John Ford's something Omaha or whatever," and I was like, "What?" And then it turns into a Treehouse of Horror episode, but it's just like Psych You. So I know only one fucking John Ford movie by name because like Marge Simpson announces it on a Treehouse of Horror special. Okay, alrighty. N through Z title. This should be fun. N through Z. Give me No Country for Old Men on the Oscar winner. That's
Yep.
Give me that one. Alrighty, comedy movie N through Z. Give me Superbad for my comedy N through Z, and Western. Oh God, I could just do No Country for Old Men again, but that'd be bad.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have wasted it, but it's just
Yeah, hey, you can always change it.
I know I could, but I'm trying to get you.
If you can think of a different N through Z Oscar winner.
Nah, I'll give you the Western. I got it. The Outlaw Josie Wales. That'll be my Western N
Okay.
through Z. Another one that I know strictly for VHS previews of the compilations that Warner Brothers put together. And then, okay. Features a Horse Oscar winner. Did War Horse win anything?
No. It was nominated for Best Picture. I'm 99% sure it didn't win.
Okay, I'm going to give you Unforgiven. Is
Also an underrated movie, in my opinion.
War Horse?
Yeah.
Okay. Oscar winner, Features a Horse. I'll give you Unforgiven.
Okay, that's one of the ones I wrote down in case you couldn't do it. The other ones I had down for Oscar winners was Dances with Wolves, Godfather with the horse head,
Yeah, that would have worked.
True Grit, Braveheart, Shakespeare in Love, Django Unchained.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I had written.
Comedy that features a horse. Give me City Slickers.
Okay, I thought you would go with Blazing Saddles there.
That's the obvious one, and that was my backup. Like, oh God. And
The other ones that I had written down, Back to the Future Part 3, I don't know if you consider that a comedy much, but technically it works. Borat, Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah,
Any of the Toy Stories technically have a horse.
because
And
Bullseye. Yeah.
then the last one I wrote down was Jackass.
And for my last Western, because obviously this is the most gimme answer of gimme answers.
Literally name any Western ever.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Give me. It's just what do I want to focus on for this? That's the fun part. Is what do I really want to. Actually, you know what I should have done for Features a Horse and Oscar winner? I should have done Lawrence of Arabia, but nonetheless, here we are.
Another great choice.
Western, I'm going to go Western that features a horse. I just got to pick one. I'm going to shout out my boy Christian Bale, 310 to Yuma will be my
Okay.
my
I
features a
just
horse
watched
Western.
that. I just watched that a couple of months ago. Not too bad.
I've never seen it actually. I just know it because it's one of those that it's Christian Bale's in. One of these days I should watch it, and I never.
Yeah, Russell Crowe and Christian Bale, pretty good.
So pre 1960s Oscar winner, mine was Casablanca. Comedy, I went Some Like It Hot. Western, I went Treasure of the Sierra Madre, which was on the fringe, but I got there. N through Z title, Oscar winner, No Country for Old Men. Comedy was Superbad, and my Western was The Outlaw Josie Wales. And then features a horse, Oscar winner was Unforgiven. Comedy was City Slickers. 310 to Yuma was my Western that features a horse.
Have you ever seen Unforgiven?
I have watched half of it and fell asleep because I did my usual I'm watching movies by myself all day and I said
Yeah.
I can watch another one and of course picked a really slow burn Clint Eastwood one.
It always strikes me as like a dad movie,
Yeah.
but I love that movie. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, I enjoyed it, but it's very quiet, very
Yeah,
slow
it is.
at first and I was like I think they just rounded up the team when I fell asleep. Like
Okay. Yep.
and that's where I was like, okay.
Yeah, Gene Hackman's a real goof in it. It's great.
Shocking. Alrighty, here's your grid. Oscar winner, comedy, western across the top on the
Okay.
x-axis. Your y-axis. Main character with a cowboy hat is your top one for the Y.
Okay.
Then you're going to go Warner Brothers production is your middle of the y-axis. And your final category is must include a Star Wars cast member.
Okay, one sec. Let me write that down. Star Wars cast. Okay. I'm going to do the Star Wars cast first.
Okay.
I'm going to do Warner Brothers last because that's some I'm going to have to check
As you
when
do
I
it,
guess
to
that.
just double
Yeah.
check it, yeah.
Just to make sure. Star Wars cast Oscar winner. I'll go Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Samuel Jackson. Comedy.
We've covered
man.
one of these.
Man, trying to think of cast members in Star Wars. That's the problem.
There is one
I'll go.
that's
I'll
been covered
go.
on our show.
I'll do a musical comedy. I'll go Moulin Rouge
Okay.
with Ewan McGregor. Which one were you thinking?
The Burbs.
Oh yes, Carrie Fisher.
Yes.
I would, see, the people that come to mind when I think of Star Wars cast are
The prequel
Ewan
cast.
McGregor, Samuel Jackson, Harrison Ford. Those are the first three that come to mind.
Yeah, because my Oscar winner that I was going to give you was going to be Bridge on the River Kwai. Because Sir Alec Guinness is a part of that film.
Yep.
So I
Yep.
was just like, all right, cool, let's do that.
Yep.
I intentionally
Star-
avoided prequels as much as possible so we didn't sully the water.
Yeah. Star Wars cast and Western. I'm going to double dip on Samuel Jackson, and I'll pick a spaghetti Western with Django Unchained.
Okay. I gave you Hateful Eight, so I was thinking Samuel Jackson on that one.
Okay. Trying to think of if anyone else that's obvious has been in a Western. Because, like, I don't think Ewan McGregor has.
The only one I'm thinking that I'm sure somehow in there. Actually, I got one for you. It's a horseshit movie. Harrison Ford's Cowboys and Aliens, baby.
Oh, yes, that is technically a Western, I guess. Yeah, I don't think of that as a western. I think
No,
of that
I
as
don't.
sci-fi.
It
But
just popped into my head. That wasn't even what I wrote down because it's just so
yeah,
stupid to think like, what? What are we doing?
yeah. Okay, so here we go. Main character cowboy hat. Oscar winner. See, I want to use Unforgiven again, but you know what? I'll pick a really shitty movie that you've never heard of.
Okay.
I'll pick Cimarron from 1931, Best Picture winner.
Okay.
Awful movie. It sucks ass. Never watch it.
What a rousing endorsement of the Academy.
That's
Awful,
one with,
awful movie. It sucks.
yeah, on a tier list, it's an F for me. It's awful. I
Well,
hate
there's a
it.
preview for our Oscar Best Picture winner tier list
Um,
from Dylan in a couple months.
comedy, comedy character. I'll do Blazing Saddles for that.
There you go. Yeah,
That's
that
that's
was
just the one that immediately comes to mind.
that was another reason I didn't take Blazing Saddles for the comedy on the last grid.
Not that many like Western comedies.
What's the Seth MacFarlane one? 2015.
A Million Ways to Die in the West,
Yes, that was another one that little.
or
It
was
just
it A
popped in
Hundred
my head.
Ways?
I think it's a million ways because it's just so absurd. Talk about a stacked cast for a movie that just didn't turn out that well.
Oh yeah, the movie sucks.
Yeah, I saw that in the theater. I was like, oh, because I was just
I mean,
I liked the idea of a western so much. I was like, ah, fuck it, I'll go.
yeah, like nothing against Seth MacFarlane, but he's just not a leading lead.
No, you don't say.
As a voice, he can, but not as an actor.
Right. Well, he can
Um,
do a whole movie by himself as a voice actor.
yeah, Western cowboy hat. I'll go probably my favorite Western. I'll just go The Searchers.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty. Now you're on to Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers Western. Let me make 100% sure. I'll go Good, Bad, the Ugly.
Okay.
Let me make sure here. Studio.
Think you're okay, if I recall correctly. Or did it even have one? That's the real question. Did it even have a true
Uh,
studio release?
yeah, I always have to go to IMDb because I know where to find it on there. It is production companies. Okay, no, it's not. It
Okay.
is all Italian
I was gonna say
studios.
that was my concern for you there. I mean, we talked
Technically,
about one. You haven't used it yet.
technically the U.S. distributor was United Artists.
So we would have given it to
Um,
you had it been United Artists.
yeah. I guess let me go Oscar winner Warner Brothers. I'll just do an obvious one. I'll go I'll go Inception.
Okay.
I was just thinking literally any Christopher Nolan, really.
It's guaranteed at least win one.
Yeah. I also should probably double check that it won an Oscar. I'm 99% sure it did for
At the very least, I think it won for sound design or score. So
I think it won sound and I think it won visual effects.
I got you here on this one. Best
Inception,
cinematography, sound mixing.
sound mixing, sound editing, visual effects, and cinematography.
Yeah.
Cinematography is actually kind of a surprise there. Comedy, Warner Brothers.
It's tougher than
This
people
is
think.
this is going to be tough for me because I don't watch comedies. Man,
This is one I had to confirm. I was like, ooh, these are notable ones that I would remember. And there was one that I know you have seen that is very notable. And it is my example answer.
City Slickers, is that Warner Brothers?
I don't know. Double check that one for you. I don't think it is, but that gives me Columbia TriStar vibes, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. You know?
Castle Rock.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Castle Rock.
Well, technically, Columbia Pictures is a distributor.
Yep, knew it. It gave me Columbia TriStar vibes all over the place.
How about another movie from that time, Three Amigos?
I don't know if
I
that's
don't know
Warner
what that is either.
Brothers. Check it. I like how you're so in the
Oh,
Western mind space because we've been talking about Westerns that you can't get out of the Western mind space. It just keeps going fringe and fringe away, but
Okay, so this says the production company is HBO, LA Films, and the distributor was Orion Films. But
Interesting.
I would have never guessed HBO being a distributor for a movie
Yeah,
like that.
that seems like they took a swing on something,
How
found
about
out how difficult.
Caddyshack? Is that?
Is Caddyshack Warner Brothers? I don't know.
I'm just gonna start naming comedies and checking.
Would you like a
Nope,
hint?
it's Orion.
Would you like a hint?
Wait, let me think of another comedy. The National Lampoon movies, Warner Brothers.
I'm not sure.
I have another one loaded that I can check immediately.
I can give you two off the bat.
Okay, well, distributors for the National Lampoon movies are Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. So I'll go Christmas Vacation. Why not?
Okay.
The one that most people love the most.
I would say that's the best. It's Christmas vacation, then it's a giant drop off Vegas, then it's an even bigger drop
Oh.
off Europe.
Yeah, I'd tie the last two there. They're both bad.
They're not good.
I guess the only redeeming factor in Vegas is you get Wayne Newton.
You just get a lot of absurdity where they know what they are and they don't care, and that's fun.
You gotta love Wayne Newton. In License to Kill, he's the best part.
So you still need a Warner Brothers Western.
Warner Brothers Western.
We've talked about it a lot.
I want to keep naming stuff and looking it up. I'm gonna go first guess True Grit,
Okay.
the 2010 version. I'll say.
I don't think that's Warner Brothers, but I'll look it up for you.
Nope, it's Paramount. Don't worry, I'm on IMDb right now.
We do
I'll go-
probably have to put in a rule about being able to just look it up instead of just randomly
this
guessing.
is just I like studios is kind of tough. Like
Oddly, I remember stuff like that, but yes.
I do for certain movies, but other ones not a chance.
Sure. Sure.
How about another Coen Brothers movie? Oh brother, where art thou?
No idea where that one is. No idea where
That
that one
is-
comes from.
That's Universal.
This is such a comedy of errors for you.
310 to Yuma.
That does sound like a Warner Brothers, but I could, again,
It definitely strikes me as Warner Brothers.
especially Christian Bale at that time, but you never know. You never know.
Nope. Lionsgate.
And do you just want to give an obvious one that we've already discussed? Think Clint Eastwood, man.
Stagecoach.
No idea.
That's John Wayne.
It's possible.
let me see.
I don't know John Wayne's.
Nope. United Artists. I'll go another obscure one. The Oxbow incident.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It was nominated for Best Picture in 1943, I think.
What are you talking about right now, dude?
Oh, that's 20th Century Fox. Ooh, I'll go. Here's a Hell or High Water.
It's a possibility. I don't know. You keep saying things I can't even help with. I'm just laughing so hard because it's ridiculous.
Nope. CBS Films.
CBS Films? What the fuck is that?
Again.
Goddamn.
I mean, it was a low budget movie, so okay. I'll go. I'm trying to think of Clint Eastwood. I mean, Unforgiven is definitely going to be.
Yes.
Treasure of Sierra Madre. I know for a fact is
Yes.
Warner Brothers. I'll just go Unforgiven. And the only reason I know that is because
Oh, he's picking out the treasures now.
I have the Best of Warner Brothers 50 film collection.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
No, it's a pretty old collectible here. Which ones could I have said?
I mean, there's plenty in there for 50 film collection.
How the West Was Won. That's a Western.
I mean, I would assume Unforgiven's in there. Treasure of Sierra Madre is probably
Yeah,
in there.
Unforgiven and Treasure of Sierra Madre. That's how I remembered those two
I
for a
think
fact.
Blazing Saddles is a Warner Brothers movie as well.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah, I guess technically he hadn't started Brooks Films yet. So maybe.
But I can't confirm that, but I'm pretty confident it is.
It is. Yeah, Warner Brothers and Crossbow Productions, or whatever that is.
Interesting.
Okay,
Well,
Anka.
the comedy one that I thought you'd get, there were two more obvious ones. Gremlins was certainly an option for your Warner Brothers comedy,
Hmm.
and on top of that, The Hangover is Warner Brothers.
I never think of The Hangover. I don't remember the last time I thought of that movie. See, like I told you, I'm not good when I'm put on the spot.
Pressure's on,
Because
kid. You got to perform.
it's technically Warner Brothers Oscar winner. I was gonna go Harry Potter again,
Yeah,
but I was like, that's double dipping.
right. Well, you at least tried to not double dip with Unforgiven. You went through the entire film catalog of the United States of America before you
Yeah,
gave me Unforgiven. So I understand that. So let's go through your Oscar comedy westerns. Maine with a cowboy hat. You gave me Cimarron, which direct quote that movie. That movie's terrible. That movie's
yes,
awful. It sucks ass.
yes.
Blazing Saddles and The Searchers for the western. For your Warner Brothers, you gave me Inception as your Oscar winner, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation as your comedy, and Unforgiven as your western. Even though you tried to give at least, it had to be at least 12 answers before you gave me
Oh
Unforgiven.
yeah.
And then your Star Wars cast members, which I thought you might struggle with the most, was the one you aced real quickly and gave me
Well, that's just because like Samuel Jackson has to be in like 125 films at this point.
correct. So you
He
got
has
Pulp
been in so much.
Fiction, Moulin Rouge, and Django Unchained as your western. All
I
right.
should have tried harder on not double dipping on Samuel Jackson, but whatever.
Well, the thing is, this is I went Bridge on the River Kwai, The Burbs, and Hateful Eight as that category. I
Okay,
only used
so
one.
Samuel Jackson has 216 credits on IMDb as an actor.
And one of them is Super Bowl 59 halftime show.
Oh yeah, he was there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he is Uncle Sam trying to
Yeah,
hold
for
trying to hold Kendrick back from just
yeah,
utterly
Kendrick.
destroying Drake on international and national television. It was glorious.
I did not watch that Super Bowl.
It sucked. The best part about it was that Drake got called a pedophile on live television by Kendrick Lamar, and it was awesome. It was the best thing that could have happened that entire night because the Eagles won and the game was absolute shit.
Is it Eagles Chiefs?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a
Hey, are you
bad.
ready for the third
It
one?
was a bad game, my friend. It was awful. It sucked ass to use your
Yeah,
words.
yeah, yeah. Okay, third grid.
Let's
Top
do this.
categories
Okay.
for both of us: blockbusters, horror movies, and 80s action films.
And we agreed blockbusters anything that made over $100 million. Correct?
Sure.
Okay. You just kind of went with it's a blockbuster and did it. I
Yeah, I was
double
like,
checked it at the very least. I double checked it
when
to make sure I did it.
I was just like, when I think of blockbusters, is it a big enough movie to be considered that for the studio?
Generally speaking, I at least checked it because one of our other game shows, I might have snuck one in on you, but
Oh, okay.
we'll go from there.
So my y-axis that you're going to be looking for:
Okay.
video game movies,
Okay.
except with 80s action. I was like, I don't know if there are technically video games that have movies. So you just need to find an 80s action movie that features a video game in any kind of way.
Okay. Interesting. I can dig
The
that.
second one is one word title, and then
Interesting.
the last one is going to be summer release.
Summer release. Well, that's going to be most likely the easiest one ever. Alright. Video game.
And if you need, I can Google.
Okay.
I'm at the ready.
Let's get the easiest one out of the way. Horror video game. Let's go Resident Evil. Those movies suck and they never do any justice to the games because the game franchise is absolutely excellent. I cannot wait for Resident Evil 9 to be coming out in the next year.
Is it? I just thought I heard something about like one of the bigger directors in horror making the new Resident Evil movie.
They're trying again, and it's just they never stick to the actual fucking franchise. The franchise is weird and zany, but awesome. And they would do
Yeah,
so
yeah.
well if they just stuck to the modern shit. If they just did
Um,
Resident Evil 7 and 8 as movies, it'd be incredible.
yeah, Zach Krieger.
I have heard
Or
that name at the
Krager.
very least, so yeah.
He did, yeah, he did Barbarian and Weapons.
Okay.
he's attached at least at this moment.
That'd be cool. That'd be really cool.
We'll see if it actually is, you know, a storyline from Resident Evil, but
It does you can't take a straight storyline because there's weird shit in all of them. Like Resident Evil 4 is what most people consider the best game, and in that game, you have mutant sharks and pawns and shit attacking you,
I liked
and all
I
kinds
watched the
of.
gameplay of
Was it 7
uh
Biohazard?
I think it was 8. It was like in a village.
Eight's phenomenal. I love Resident Evil 8. 8 is so
Yeah.
good. 7 and 8 are because it's like 4 is the high point for most people, then 5 and 6 trail off and absolutely suck, and 7 kind of comes out of nowhere. They really go back to the roots of just like this is a horror game. This is not an action game.
Mhm.
Sure, you can shoot stuff, but this is a horror game. And 7 comes out of nowhere and everyone goes, "Holy fuck, this game's good." To the point where
Yeah.
I have people in my life that have zero interest in video games, and then when they're over at the house, they'll be like, "Hey, do you want to play Resident Evil 7? I'd love to watch you play Resident Evil 7." I was like, "Sure, I'll take
Is
any
it
excuse to play Resident Evil. I don't care."
is 7 the one that's like down in the bayou?
Yes, it is so
Okay,
good.
I have seen some gameplay of that as well.
I would highly recommend both of those. Very cinematic.
Yeah, I
In
don't
their
really
gameplay.
like playing video games, but
I
some of
know.
the gameplay is fun to watch.
I'm trying with you here.
The other ones I had down for that were Silent Hill,
Yep.
Until Dawn, Five Nights at Freddy's,
Yeah.
and Doom.
Doom. What? Talk about another franchise that just wasn't working
That
for
was
them.
my first R-rated movie in the theaters.
That's hilarious to think that. You should ask for your money back.
Me and Mike Nemshaw went and saw that, and his mom had to sign us in to like give us to be allowed in.
Well, that was before The Rock figured out how to make good movies. So every movie The Rock
Hey,
was in was not great.
at the time, I loved it.
I know you did love it at the time. It's Carl Urban, The Rock, and it's Miranda Otto, right? Or is it Rosamund
No,
Pike?
it's Rosamund Pike.
Okay. Video game blockbuster here. I don't want to give it credit, but it's going to be the biggest movie of this year. Minecraft. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the movie that has it. I also would throw in a couple other ones there. But I also thought of Ready Player One since it's so many video games just shoved into it as
Yeah,
well.
the other ones I had were Uncharted,
Yep.
Warcraft,
Talk about some
Prince
bad
of
movies.
Persia.
Talk about some bad movies here, dude.
The other one that's like kind of
The Super Mario
adjacent.
movie actually is
Oh
fun and
yeah,
enjoyable.
the Detective Pikachu movie.
Yeah. This is how bad Detective Pikachu is for some people. I actually kind of enjoy that movie just because I think it's a silly little Pokemon romp, and I didn't expect it to be anything phenomenal.
Hmm.
That movie's so bad that during a trivia contest, I was like, "Hey, I was at a nerd bar where you could play games and all kinds of stuff, and I went by myself because I couldn't get anyone else to come do Pokemon trivia with me. Because they're like, if we go, it's just going to be you answering the questions. Like, could at least hang out with me and do it."
Hmm.
Detective Pikachu is so bad, the guy wouldn't even qualify it as an answer for the movie category. He's like, I was like, "Are you looking for this?" He's like, "No, I don't want that as an answer." I went, "Okay, I'll give you the other one then."
I mean, it's not good,
Yeah.
but
80s action with video games. I'll give you War Games. Matthew Broderick,
okay, that's
1983.
that's one of the ones I had down, and I just watched that recently for the first time. Pretty good.
I also could have given you The Princess Bride.
I had that written down as well.
Yeah.
The other ones I
War.
had down were Tron. The Thing technically has a chess computer game,
Yeah.
and then
You got to
Back to
stretch
the
a lot.
Future.
Yeah.
Back to the Future Part Two.
You got to stretch for that 80s action with video games.
Yeah, exactly.
One word title. Oh. So this is harder than people think it is. Because you're just like, it's so easy. It's not as easy as people think it is. Thankfully, you gave me one earlier with Blockbuster. I can go Inception. Give me 10, 15 seconds to think if I can figure something else out here. Actually, you know what? No. I'll give you one. It's a proper noun, but I'm just going to give you Batman. Super easy. Horror film, one word title. Oh, I'll go Halloween. That'll be easy one
Okay.
there for you. 80s action
Other
film.
I had written down for that were Hereditary, Weapons, Nosferatu,
Yep.
Sinners.
Barbarian. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was things of that nature as
pretty
well.
much anything that's kind of recent is one word
They
most
try
of the time.
they try to keep it
I
light.
don't like that. I don't like that trend in titles, but it is what it
I
is.
kind of dig it because of how often, especially back in the day with horror films, you got to do like Halloween 6 The Curse of Michael Myers. You're like, that's a
Oh yeah.
fucking
Well,
mouthful, dude.
yeah, that's a franchise movie though.
I know, but still, it could be better. 80s action one word title. Are we counting the as a word?
I guess it depends when you say it.
Because that's the only thing is there's so many that are only everyone knows it is just the actual word, but technically
Hmm.
the is in there. So it's like, man, son of a bitch. Like, it makes it
You
tougher on
said
that.
you did say one earlier
Yeah.
of your own. It was the first grid we did. You
Yeah, I
did say
thought Terminator immediately, but I think the Terminator is technically in there, but
yes, it is.
Terminator is there. I thought of Predator, but I think technically the is in
No,
Predator.
Predator is
Is
definitely
Predator
just
just
one.
Predator? Alright, we're going with Predator then.
Yeah,
I
because
could
that's one of the ones I had down.
I couldn't remember if it was the Predator or Predator. So I was
Yeah,
just like, man.
the other ones that came to mind for me were Commando,
Yep.
Batman, Aliens, and then the other one that really jumped out to me was RoboCop.
Let's just smash two words together to make it one word.
Yeah.
Summer release blockbuster. Let's give you The Dark Knight here as my summer release blockbuster. Obviously, one of the greatest of all time. Horror summer release. I'll go recent with Weapons. And then 80s action summer release. Give me Top Gun.
That's one of the ones I had written down.
It's gonna be that, or I could have went Batman again. Plenty of other stuff. Could have went Temple of Doom, all kinds of stuff. But
Yep.
give me Top Gun.
Any of the Star Wars.
Yep. Outside
Um,
of the OG, New Hope.
I thought maybe the horror summer release might throw you off.
I, it's harder than people think because they always fringe it.
Exactly. It's
There's
like some of them happen to be in the summer, but very rarely.
well, also like the
Because
ones that get it are usually franchise films that are almost not even horror because they're just such their own thing. Like I thought of how we talked about quote unquote legacy sequels. How I Know What You Did Last Summer, and you're like, that's barely a horror movie.
yeah,
So I'll recap mine here for you. My blockbusters, horror, and 80s action across the top. Video games, one word title, and summer release on the y-axis. Blockbuster was my video game blockbuster. Or Minecraft, I'm sorry, was my video game blockbuster. Resident Evil was my horror. And War Games was my 80s action. Remember, we gave a modifier on that if it features a video game, it counts for the 80s
yeah.
action film. So I tried to get one that actually had some real video game play as
Mhm.
part of it. One word title, I went Batman for my blockbuster. Halloween was my horror. My 80s action was Predator. And summer release, I gave you The Dark Knight. Weapons is my horror film. And Top Gun is my 80s action film.
So the Predator is a title in that franchise. It's the
Uh,
Shane Black
that's
one.
that's why I was like, it doesn't it have the
Yeah,
Predator in it? But
because the Predator franchise is so stupid. Because it goes Predator, Predator 2, and I think next is actually Aliens versus Predators.
it's on the
And
shelf for that long?
I think so. I don't think
That's
there's a
wild.
Predator 3.
That's wild to think that
I
that
could
was
be
on the
wrong.
shelf for that long.
And then there's Alien versus Predator Requiem. And then it goes Predators. And then it goes The Predator. And then all the recent
And
ones.
then it goes Prey, and then it goes Predator Badlands.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And apparently there's going to be a third one of that.
Jesus Christ. My God. Okay.
I enjoyed Prey, I will say. I have not seen the new one yet.
Well, Prey kind of comes out of nowhere, and you didn't even know it was a Predator movie.
Exactly. That's why I liked it.
All of a sudden, it's just a Hulu movie that everyone was talking about. I was like, why is everyone talking about this Hulu movie? And like, oh, it's a Predator movie. I was like,
Yeah, I thought when I first heard of it, I thought it was going to be like The Revenant
Sure.
but with a female instead.
Yeah.
But it's not that at all.
Alrighty, I'll give you my grid here. So, blockbuster, horror, and 80s action are still on the top.
Yep.
So, your categories on the y axis. An ocean is seen.
Ocean.
An ocean has to be seen in the film. Second one, sports equipment is used.
Sports. Quip.
And then
Okay.
the easiest of them, in my opinion, prominent female character. It doesn't have to be a lead, it has to have a prominent female character.
Prominent female character. Blockbuster. You know what? I'm going to double dip right away. I'm going to put blockbuster, prominent female, aliens.
Okay.
Prominent female, horror, alien.
Could have
Really, I mean,
went Halloween on the horror film.
yeah, there's a million horror movies you could pick.
Just for the joke you wanted. Double
Yeah,
dip.
just
Yeah.
because like literally the Scream Queen is a thing in the horror
Right.
franchise.
Right.
80s action, prominent female.
It's tougher, but it's doable.
I'll
That's
do,
why I said prominent. I didn't say it had to be lead.
I'll do the Terminator, I
Yeah,
guess.
the Terminator is one I had on there.
Yeah, because ideally that would fit more with Terminator 2, but that's 90s. Because, like, Sarah Connor really doesn't do that much action, but she's still a prominent female.
I mean,
character.
she's the whole crux of that film, really. So that's why I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
Ocean. Ocean. I'll do. Titanic, Blockbuster.
Okay.
I will do horror movie with the ocean.
It's tougher.
I guess I'll just do. Technically, it's more of a thriller, but I'll do Jaws.
That's fine.
80s action with the ocean.
It's easy once you think it's seen, but it's hard when you're just thinking, what's an 80s movie that happens on the ocean? I also just mentioned one in one of my answers.
Is Last Crusade, is that opening on the ocean?
I would think so.
Or is it a sea of some kind?
I
It
think
doesn't
it-
really.
I think it's just meant to be the ocean, but
Okay, we'll do Last Crusade there.
fair, very fair.
Oh, also, I don't know, Raiders. It's kind of also obscure about where the like U-boat part is.
That's the ocean. 1,000%. That's the ocean.
Yeah, it's either the ocean or it's a sea of some kind, like the Mediterranean or
Right.
something. But
Well, you could have done. My example answer for you was the abyss,
I guess that's
and the
Good.
one I just answered, you could have given me Top Gun because the last fight scenes are all above the ocean.
yeah. Yep. Sports equipment.
I was gonna get hyper specific and say something a baseball is hit, and I tried, and I was like, that's not fair. Like if I have to Google this much, it's just not fair. But
Okay. A sports equipment horror. I'm gonna go with Friday the 13th Part 3. Because that's the first one that has the hockey mask in it.
okay,
Sports equipment blockbuster. That's the one that's gonna be hard. Because I can't think of any blockbusters that are sports movies.
again, that's why I said $100 million plus.
Like, okay. Oh, that counts? Okay, I was thinking, like, of the studio, would this be considered it? I'll go Jerry Maguire in that case, because
Okay.
I know that made over 100 million. Let me make 100% sure, but I'm pretty darn sure.
It's very
It
fair.
made.
I'm sure it made over $100 million.
No. Oh, overall, yes, it did. It made only 65 million, but it came out in December, mid-December. So
Gotcha.
it made 153 total.
There you go.
80s action with sports.
You didn't use it.
Oh, I'll go Running Man.
There you
There's
go.
the hockey dude.
There is. I was gonna say you could have given
It's
me Top Gun for the volleyball.
Oh yeah, what's the hockey guy's name in Running Man?
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero now. Plane Zero. You're like, yes.
And then there's who's the guy with the like chainsaw?
Buzzsaw.
Buzzsaw.
You have Sub-Zero is the doctor who is an ice skater who can kill people. You have Buzzsaw is the crazy guy with a chainsaw. Dynamo is the one with the light up suit who tries to electrocute people. Fireball is Jim Brown of NFL fame. And those are your prominent four hunters.
Is Buzzsaw the opera singer as well?
That's Dynamo.
Dynamo. Okay. I always remember little bits of each, but I don't watch that movie
I
enough.
will say they are not nearly as silly in the new one. And they're like, oh, the hunters, and they present them as more serious threats. And as much
It's
as
boring.
as much as I understood it, because they're trying to go for at least not as silly of a tone, they still make it a popcorn movie, and it's an Edgar Wright movie, so it's not like overly
Okay,
serious. It is a little disheartening. I was like, man, where's Dynamo? Where's Fireball? Where's Buzzsaw? I want to see these guys.
I was trying to think of like all the James Bond movies tend to have some kind of sports in them for some reason.
They do actually, yeah.
So like I was like, The Living Daylights, does that have any sports things?
Well, you could have went with what arguably is the worst of the franchise.
A View to a Kill?
A View to a Kill. There's a bunch of horseback riding and a bunch of equestrian stuff in it.
Yeah, I was trying to think of skiing, but I was like, I can't remember if any of them.
Yeah, skiing is in. Oh my God, which one? It's For Your Eyes Only. 81. One of the last
Yeah, the only one I could
Roger
think of
Moore
that had,
ones.
had skiing was On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Oh, skiing's in a ton of stuff. Like skiing's in Spy Who Loved Me. Skiing is in For Your Eyes Only. Skiing's in what did I just fucking say? My God, the last Roger Moore one. It's 85. Why did I
View to
just?
a Kill.
Thank you. I just said the fucking title and I forgot the goddamn title. Yeah, that skiing's in like so much of it. Skiing's in
Yeah.
almost every Bond film at this point. They're like, can we ski? Because it's an elegant, suave man's activity. Meanwhile, Daniel Craig's just blowing through fucking mountain retreats with giant ass fucking airplanes, and you're like, well, that's one way to do it. Okay.
Okay, so Blockbuster Ocean, I had Titanic. Horror Ocean, Jaws. 80s action Ocean, Last Crusade.
The one I did for
Blockbuster-
horror for you was 47 Meters Down. Was the horror movie I picked for you.
I was like sports equipment.
No.
What?
Which technically, scuba gear.
Yeah, I guess technically. Blockbuster sports equipment, Jerry Maguire. Horror sports equipment, Friday the 13th Part 3. First one with a hockey mask.
Mm-hmm.
80s action sports equipment, The Running Man.
Hell yeah.
Prominent female blockbuster, Aliens. Prominent female horror movie, Alien. And then prominent female 80s action, The Terminator.
Hell yeah. It's a fun little show. I think we enjoyed ourselves pretty much on this one.
Yeah. The fun thing is like there's like a million choices technically for every single one.
Yeah.
You just have to be able to think of it, but it's hard on the spot.
Right. But it's enjoyable fun, and we hope you guys enjoyed this new little game show that we're trying. We have a new one coming out, I believe, in 2 weeks' time. We are recording it today, so that's why I'm like, I think it's 2 weeks' time, right before Thanksgiving comes out. But heck of a lot of fun. You will be seeing more of Complete the Movie Grid. We hope you guys did well on your grids as well. Hope you played along with us. Tune in for more of Complete the Movie Grid. We're going to have the movie tiers. We're still thinking of a name for that one, but we'll think of it by an hour from now when we have to shoot that show. And on top of that, we are completing our Top 100 series next week after this episode. But thank you guys so much for watching and listening wherever you may be. Go watch a great movie and go play a game show based on movies. Peace, love, and hugs to you all.
I
Goodbye!